Hi, I'm Trevor, and today I'm going to show you how to do some repairs on the QQS. Sold this to a customer local. This was an Amazon return. I sell a lot of Amazon returns. Although normally they are the Ender 3, Ender 3 Pros, Ender 5s, and such from Crowley. I also sell the FLSUN Amazon returns. Sometimes if it's a newer customer that's not very proficient with repairing printers, I'm a little hesitant to sell them, but either way, it is what it is. So today we brought this in. As you can see, I got a couple QQs here to go, but with this one, what exactly is wrong with it, couldn't tell you. He just having a hard time getting it leveled, and so we're just going to start from scratch. So first things first, forgive the bad video feed here, but we are going to, and I'll put this link, we are going to download the new version of software just so I know what we have. So this is a QQS. We're going to use a leveling plate. It does not have the leveling switch module yet. I've ordered a few of those, but they're taking some time. And we're going to download the new firmware. There's two versions. This one looks pretty cool. It's their new user interface. It looks pretty good. So anyway, I've already downloaded it. Let's see here. Firmware. One thing I do recommend first, actually I need to back step here, is whenever you are going to install this on a memory card, I recommend first going ahead and formatting the memory card. It needs to be formatted for FAT32. You use a micro SD card. So anyway, let's go ahead and install this sucker. We're going to extract it. You know what? I'll add that you need to extract these files directly into the root directory. If you have it sitting in a file folder, I believe it will not work. So go ahead and extract them like that. All right, we're done. Go ahead and verify that, and yes, we have all those files. So let's go ahead and extract this sucker. Okay. Back to his printer. Forgive the crappy video here. I'll get better as I go on. I've got an office that's just overstuffed with everything right now. I've got printers wall to wall to wall. So forgive me. All right, memory card goes on the right-hand side, of course. It's kind of a mess. Filament hanging out, filament all. On the underside here, we're just going to have to heat it up and get it all out of there before I put 11 and plate on it. Anyway, so as soon as you power it up, what you're going to see is it is going to let you know it's updating. And we're just going to wait for it to finish that. It's pretty quick. These Amazon returns, I'd say, right, 95% of the time, it's just simply user operator error. Loosen up behind the wheel, whatever you want to say. There's generally nothing wrong with the printer. However, by the time you get it, they might have packed it wrong. Something might have broken shipping. They might have put it together wrong. Sometimes they'll break things just trying to force stuff. But generally, I don't know if people have buyer's remorse and return it, or if they just simply are not mechanically inclined and decide assembly is a little bit too tough for them. I'm not sure. These QQs are probably one of the easiest printers I've ever set up, minus my Anycubic Photon. I guess that'd be the easiest. You simply unpack everything and then start printing. So this is done. Okay, we have our new UI, so we're going to actually go in here and preheat the system. Actually, I can kill that bed. I don't need to heat the bed up. A few minutes to heat up. Make sure it's heating up quickly, which it appears to be. This camera is not zooming very well here. Let me see if I can fix the autofocus on here. Go Logitech. I'll just manually adjust this. There we go. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and home this sucker. Make sure it homes itself okay. So all the leveling switches seem to be working. That's generally the first thing I check is your leveling switch, and that is hot. Just going to try to scrape the rest of this off because I really don't want to get all that covering my leveling plate. And then I'm going to purge this filament out. Generally, the easiest way to do it, you can do it manually, but I usually just use the menu system. And you can see the wheels turning here pretty quick. So, okay, I'll bring this back so you can watch this thing, hopefully. Got all that out of the way. What this is on there, I have absolutely no clue. But there we go. Alright, so let me get us to a good vantage point here again where I can. Alright, so we got that out of there. I'm just going to scrape off all the I'll clean that off in a minute with some IPA, but for now it's not going to make much of a difference. So we're good to go now. Okay, so next step is we're going to use a leveling plate. When you use a leveling plate, I recommend, I think they call them Swiss clips, but you know, clips. One leveling plate. I think the biggest problem I've seen with these leveling plates is you need to check that they're equally level all throughout this plate. It's very easy to get one that's not, especially as it has this cord attached to it, and you can see it right there. So sometimes it won't be even. This one seems to be pretty good, but we'll fine tune that in a minute here. Also very important is make sure this is plugged in. Made that mistake a few times too. So just gonna make sure this bad boy is attached well and there's no high and low level spots as best we can do. Usually I'll put 6 or 7 on there. I think is sufficient. But, you know, you don't need to overkill it, but you also do want to make sure that you have enough clips on there that, again, it's not raising up in certain spots. And we'll put just a few more on here. All right, that's it. So we're going to go in here to menu and select auto level. It even reminds you making sure that you have leveling plate plugged in. One last time, I'm going to get all this rigid filament out of there just so I don't have it stuck to the plate. Okay, so you go down to each post, or pillar, I'm sorry. Okay, now it's going to go to step 2. It's going to actually measure certain points throughout the plate. I think these do I believe it's a 32 point, but I'm not sure, I've never counted. Let's do that. 1, 3 the first time. Well, I guess second time actually. And then the third time when it goes down, it'll actually do a comprehensive measure. counted around right. That was 21. So not quite the 32 I thought. But still sufficient for what it is. Okay, and we're done. So, next step is going to account for this leveling plate. All right. So for this, we use sheet paper. Let's put this camera again to where you can see a little bit better. Forgive the crappy video. It'll get better as I put more of these out, I hope. Let's see here. Okay, so what we're going to do is move to 0. And it just reminds you to remove the leveling switch module, which we don't actually have. And now, of course, it's most likely not going to take it exactly to where we need it to be, so we'll have to adjust it. As you can see, sheet paper moves right through. So next we're going to select Adjust Z, and we are going to adjust it down. You gotta give it a second to lower itself, but we're just going to adjust it down until we're where we need to be. General rule on these is you should be able to pull the paper, but not push it. I would say it's a little bit tight, so we're going to raise it up a few notches. Just doing a .-55. Okay. It'll buckle if you push it, and it will still pull okay. So I'm going to say we're good here. In which case we're going to select Save, and it's going to go home. So now the next step is crucial, and most people either don't know this is a step, or they just don't worry about it. But we're going to select right here, Z Manual. Okay, so we are now going to go to each point for the leveling process, and we're going to manually adjust it. This way we can make sure that we get it completely perfect. Alright, so a little bit loose right there. Usually you don't have to adjust it too much. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Okay, we're good there. I'm going to save it. And go to the next point. Okay, and that's too tight, so we need to go up a little bit. Okay. This thing is like way off. Okay, we're good there. And next point. Alright, this is going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to pause the video now and complete this, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so we got this thing leveled. Next thing I'm doing is just preheating it, and I'm going to hose it down with a little alcohol, isopropyl, IPA. Just make sure we don't have any oil on the build surface here. And of course, I won't lie, the new leveling kit they have will make this thing print absolutely perfect. I normally like to print the flower. That's not going to print without an extreme amount of effort on this, and I'll let the owner do that part. He's going to have to go into the manual leveling and just absolutely make sure it's perfect on every square inch of this thing. But for intents and purposes, this thing's going to print absolutely almost perfect now. So let's see here. Let me adjust this camera so you can see. That help a little light? Okay. Let's go ahead and print something here. I screwed that one up. first layer of porn going here. Anyway, I'm calling this one done. I'll let it go ahead and print the rest of the model, of course, but when your first layer looks this good, you know the rest of the model will be good as well. That's your indication, and that's what I love about these deltas. Is you can just select print and go. You don't have to watch it. Of course, Cartesians are the same way once you get them leveled properly. So anyway, thank you very much. It's been fun and all that stuff, and I hope to put up a few more videos. I have an Ender 5 assembly I need to do, and I'll get a few more on there as well. Thank you very much.